with y'all boys? E-Band's back with another video, and today is My Team Academy episode number 4. Today I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to beat Offball, because I've been seeing a lot of people like say they're struggling with it, as well as how to use screens effectively, like the blueprint on how to use pick and roll, pick and pop, slip the screen, like etc. Just breaking down everything when it comes to using the screens, IQ behind it, and also how to beat Offball. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. If y'all like the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. All right, so getting here to the main menu. First thing we're gonna go over is the settings. I mean, this is just like kind of a refresher. I think this is in one of my other videos as well, but this is what I'm running right now. Some of these are actually important, like this. You should have this on manual for sure. It comes default manual, but if it accidentally got put on auto, make sure I check. Make sure this is on manual. Icon lead passing this has to be on. In order to run good offense, you have to have icon lead passing on. Handoff pitch pass, I highly recommend this so you can eliminate turnovers. You can hold circle or hold B, and your player, the nearest player, would just come for a handoff instead of having to try to pass through someone that's trying to play a lane or something and then end up getting stolen. You know what I mean? So that should definitely be on handoff / pitch pass. And then this one right here, this is important too. Passive dribble. This needs to be disabled because you don't want to be standing still. Someone's trying to blitz you, and then your player just switches hand and randomly you get blitzed. This needs to be on disabled. The rest of this, y'all can look at and see if y'all want to change it, or if y'all want to keep y'all settings the same. But yeah, highly recommend y'all look at this and take a look at y'all settings and see what's different and see why. But yes, we can get into the trainer hub. I'm gonna show y'all. First thing I'm gonna show y'all is how to use screens effectively. All right, so go ahead and let them shoot. I don't care about nothing they doing. Shoot the ball, bro. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. Come on, Shaq. Oh God. Anyways, all right. So first thing I'm gonna show is how to use screens effectively. So you see what I did right there. First of all, got my freelance. I use comp personally. I think comp is the best, but all of them kind of mess up a little bit. But I think comp is the best. It makes them stand still the most, and that's what I want. I want them the least amount of movement from my freelance as possible. I run comp, and then after that, I do my rebound settings. So what you do is you flick right on the D-pad, then you click X or square. The square if you're on PlayStation, X if you're on Xbox. Boom, and you click it again. Crash offensive boards. That's what I always do, no matter what. Because I'm not gonna lie, just turn it on and watch it. Watch what happens. I don't know why it works so well, but just turn it on and watch what happens. You'll get so many more like second chance opportunities, just random rebounds. Like Dirk be coming out of nowhere from the 3-point line, just snagging, like just random stuff. But yeah. The first thing, get into screens, right? So there's different ways you can view your screens, and these are like your options you have. Anytime you call a screen, your options, you can run a pick and roll, you can run a pick and pop, you can ghost the screen, which means slipping it, and ghost pop, or you can just slip the screen in general and just have them slip and not set the screen. I mean, so when you call a screen, hold LB to call a screen. You come up, right? He's on the left side, right? You come off his pick and roll, you use it, you wanna wait. Boom, see if the row gets open. If the row doesn't get open, you can reset, call another one. This time you might want to pick and pop. Go, now you pick and pop to the rim, right? And that's also what I mean by beating Offball, right? So if y'all go back and look, the D Fox cross kills Offball. This is essentially all Offball. That's why I did it on this. This is all Offball because this is all AI guarding me, right? I called a pick and pop. So basically what I did is I held LB, the original screen button, and then I went ahead and clicked RB, which made it a fade. So if you click RB and LB, when we click LB to call a screen, and then you click RB, it switches it to a fade. And kind of the rule behind like using a screen is if you want to rim run, you want to dunk, you want to call a pick and pop or a pick and fade. If you want to go ahead and 3 hunt, you want to call a pick and roll. The reason behind that is because look, say I come down, I call a pick and roll, and I want to run to the rim. It might still work, but it's gonna look different right here. Look, now y'all started coming down there with me. Now Shaq's in the paint with me. You know what I mean? I still scored because I don't know how I scored that, but Shaq is in the paint with me now because I called a pick and roll. The golden rule that I use when I call a screen is if I'm gonna run to the rim, I'm gonna call a pick and pop. If I'm gonna try to shoot a 3 and 3 hunt, I'm gonna call a pick and roll. Right? So basically, I call a pick and pop so no one's in the paint once I go into the paint. And if they are in the paint, if someone is stacked in the paint and you call it pick and pop, that means your pop is wide open. Like I'll show you, for instance, I'll call it pick and pop, and Shaq is in the paint right here. If I see Shaq's in the paint, my pop is wide open. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's a simple read. You call a pick and pop, you come off, you see your big man is sitting in the paint. The pop is either wide open, or that means they just switched. So that means you can do a snatch back and now you're open. You know what I mean? So either way, it's the simplest, most simple read you can do when it comes to using the D Fox cross and using a pick and pop. Is as soon as you see they center drop, I'll do it again. If the center's sitting in the paint again, I'm just gonna hit the pop. It's gonna be open every time. Like right here, the pop's wide open, boom, right? And then I would have made an extra to Wemby, step up, shot. It's all reads, you know what I mean? It's all reads. So that's what I call pick and pop if I want to rim run. Now, if I want a 3-hunt, right? I want a 3-hunt, I come off, I call it pick and roll, right? Because say I miss, Yao's in there already rolling. Say I would have missed, Yao's rolling for the rebound. You know what I mean? So that's why that is a rule that I always use. If you want to run to the rim, pick and pop. If you want to 3-hunt, pick and roll, right? Now that we got that understood, because that's one of the biggest rules you have to understand when using a screen, is you have to know whether to pick and pop and pick and roll, right? So now I'm gonna get into where you should set your screens, where you should like operate from and how you should use it. So really, when you set your screen, you should be around about this spot right here. You want to be around a spot where, like, if they do sag off, you can shoot from. But you also want to be at a spot to where you can come down and you can kind of get at a good angle and be able to still get to the 3-point line. I see a lot of people start their screens from like right here. You can't really do this that well because you have to go backwards in order to, you know, and it's harder. It's harder. So if you started from like a sweet spot, like right here, you come across, do a move, you can get open way better. You can get open way better than just coming off the 3-point line and then operating, and then you're gonna end up in the mid-range, or you have to run backwards, which makes you run slower. You should start your offense from a spot where you can shoot the ball if they sag too much off you, but also like far back enough to where you can come downhill and still be at the 3-point line. And then you have to go, obviously you have to go left or right after you get to the 3-point line. But like right here, if I go downhill for a second, I can get to the 3-point line. Then I can go left and right. Then I can operate back up, go again. See, I'm open there, open here, and now he's sliding. And that's ultimately the goal, is to get them unattached from your body so they can just start sliding around the court. So now we have like, you understood where to start your screen from. You need to realize what side you want the screen to be set on. You always want the screen to be set on the side where you have the most space. So real quick, I want y'all to pause the video. This is like a quick little quiz. Just pause the video and then tell me which side do you think the screen should be set on right now. Now, as you come back after you pause the video and you figured out what side the screen should be set on, I'm gonna tell y'all, and then you can see if you're right or not, and see if you're starting to pick it up, right? So now the side that you want the screen to be set on right here would be 100% the right side. The reason behind that is because there is so much space to operate if you come off to the right now, regardless if you come to the left. Now you might say, all right, that's easy, that's obvious, whatever. Sometimes the game does not recognize that and they'll set it on the left side. Right here it's set up pretty perfectly. So if I call for a screen, Wemby should be the one to come over and set it on the right. If Yao comes, then it might have to be able to show you how to switch sides so you can get on the right side, right? So yeah, Wemby's come, he's gonna set on the right, come off, boom. You can see all the space you're operating with? You operate with so much space when you run it to the right. Now, if I would have ran it to the left, right? So look, if you tap your left stick in, you can switch what side it's on, right? He automatically flipped, that's perfect. They don't always do that. But now you come off to the left, boom. You know what I mean? So if y'all do not know, if you call a screen and you click your left stick in, they switch sides, right? You can just keep switching sides over and over. You just have to call your left, you have to hold your left button and then click your left stick in, and they switch sides, right? So right here, the spacing is you can really use either side if you really wanted to, but you really want to use the right side more than the left side because there's more space on the right. But the situations like this, it doesn't matter as much depending on what you want to do, right? If you want to do rim run, you 100% will want to use the right side, because say I want to run to the left, right? I call it pick and pop because I want to rim run. I run this way. Ralph Sampson can easily pinch. Ralph Sampson can easily pinch, and Shaq can X out to the corner for Yao. Easy, right? Because of spacing. So, but if I run it to the right, pick and fade, no one's can help him for real. No one's helping. I can get to the rim. Now if they guard that, it's an easy read. Boom, boom, shot, Wemby. Like it's just easy reads. It's easy reads. You make a read here, the AI moves, you make a pass. Depending on where they go, you make another pass. It's all about reads, bro. All about reads. But yeah, understanding what space you need to attack within your offense is so important. Like right here, the spacing is good, but like I said, you probably want to attack right. You probably want to attack right because Beasley is closer to me than Yao is, right? So right here, you want to attack to the right for sure. But if the screen was messed up and he happened to set it on the left side, which it will happen in game, they'll come over and they'll do this. All you have to do is click your left stick in. The button, the stick that you move with, your left stick. The next time I do this, I should probably have a hand cam. The next offensive one I do, I'll have a hand cam for sure, just so y'all can see. But the left stick, the button y'all move with, click it in, and then he moves over to the right. And then you can, if you want, like I said, if you want a 3 hunt, you come off. Well, right there, I slipped it, so I'm gonna show y'all next. But if you want a 3 hunt, you come off, shot. If it's not there, call it, reset, back up to the sweet spot, come off again, you get some space, shot. It's just like I said, pick and roll if you want to shoot, because that's gonna happen when you have on crash out boards. If you do miss, boom, he gonna snag a board. Now you back up. Now you got a whole nother possession. You know what I mean? So always call it pick and roll if you're going with 3 hunt, and a pick and pop if you're going to go to the rim. All right. Now that is understood, right? Now I'm gonna show y'all how to slip screen. This is important when somebody is so like I'm gonna teach you how to be off ball, right? And one of the things I'm gonna teach you how to be off ball is say for instance they're off balling in the corner on Bob Pettit right now. I'm gonna call Dirk up for the screen, right? As soon as he sets it, I'm gonna come off. I'm gonna slip it though. You see how he didn't set it? I tapped LB. If you tap LB, your left bumper, or L1 on PlayStation, when you call a screen, they'll slip it. They won't set it. So look, I call it, I slip it, he goes. I call it back, I slip it again, he goes. Right, it's exactly how it is. You can do the same thing for a pop. So I pop it, he's just gonna pop now. He's gonna pop out, boom. And that's called a ghost screen. He's gonna ghost it, right? So if I call, if someone is off balling, say they're off balling ball petty, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna slip it real quick, boom. They're gonna get confused. It's gonna be a wide open too, right? Right here, no one's off balling. It's just all AI, so you can't really see that well. But like if I call a screen right here and I slip it, hold up B, he'll slip out. And if they're on balling on ball petty, they won't recognize it. They'll probably try to step up on the screen and then click off, and it'll be wide open, bro. But yeah, like I said, you can also do it with a pop too. So you can go here, now he's gonna pop out, boom, and you can push pop him. You can do whatever you want with that, you know. So that's how you use that, and that's also gonna be a way that I'm gonna explain to you in a second on how to be off ball. Because there's a lot of ways on how to be off ball. A lot of ways. But one of the main ways is just calling a backdoor. Say they are off balling on Bob Pettit. They just standing there, sitting there. Because there's two differences between off ball. There's off ball like, all right, I'm hedging for myself, I'm swinging for myself. I have to click off to guard this, guard that, guard the backdoor, etc. And then there's, all right, I'm just gonna sit here on Bob Pettit and not move. That if someone's doing that, call a backdoor. The way you call it backdoor is click left bumper, then click their icon, and then where it says Y, it'll be triangle on PlayStation. Click cut to the basket. So right here, do it again. LB, I'm gonna click his icon, cut to the basket. He'll cut to the basket, boom, you can score, right? So that is an easy way to be off ball, right? Another way to be off ball is, like I said, if they are coming, if they're guarding Dirk, right, and they're on Bob Pettit sitting off ball, you call him to the screen and you can just pop him out, boom, shot. That is how to do that. I have that on a hand cam in my best move in the game, My Team Academy episode 2, right? So if y'all want to see how to pop him out like that, I'll show you exactly how to do it in episode 2. Also, if you have not watched the hand cam dribble tutorial, y'all need to watch that too, because I'm going to be getting into dribble moves next on how to be off ball, and a lot of it is like revolved around the Halliburton hezzy. All right, so make sure y'all tapped into the other My Team Academy so y'all aren't lost and confused on what I'm about to be doing offensively. So right here, another way you can be off ball. So we got the back door, we got the call to the screen, push pop. There's 2 ways. Another way you can be off ball is, look, bro, the off ball defense this year is so bad. All you have to do is come here, bro. If he sets it on the right, all right, set it on the left. So now I have to slip him and call it back. All right, he keeps sitting on the left, set it on the right. And like I said, now see my space is messed up. So now I gotta put it back to the left, right? He keep on cutting, stop moving. So right. This is what I mean though. This is what I mean by like the spacing, it'd be messed up. Right now, I want my screen set to the left, right? So now I get it set to the left. What you do is you can Halliburton hezzy, boom, behind the back. Every time. You can do Hallie hezzy behind the back and push them into the screen and you shoot the ball. That's it. All you gotta do, Halliburton Hezzy behind the back into the screen. And the AI, 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna fall for it every single time. That's why Halliburton Hezzy is so important. Like when it comes to running offense this year, you gotta use Halliburton Hezzy. Hallie Hezzy behind the back, bro. Every time. All you wanna do is you wanna run them into the screen. Run them into the screen using the Hallie Hezzy and then do it behind the back. That will open you up and then you'll be able to shoot. All right. So that's one thing, is using the Halliburton Hezzy tool behind the back. Another move you can do is just using your signature size up escape into a behind the back. So your Curry escape, you can use that into the behind the back. If you don't, when you use Hallie Hezzy, you can come down. All right, bro, watch out. Hold on. You can come down, sit on the right side. Yeah, right here, Halliburton Hezzy. Boom. You see Halliburton Hezzy work right there? That was gonna be showing you one more time. But you could also do the signature size up escape, which is the Curry escape, into the Trae Young behind the back, and that works just as well. So if I come down, say I want to do Curry into it, right? So I come down, I can boom, Curry shot. That's how easy it is when you're versing off ball, because off ball is not good this year. It's really not good this year. When people complain and say like people off balling, off ball's not good this year. Not gonna lie, the AIs don't play nothing like correctly, so you gotta be able to take advantage of it when they're off balling. People still do it, obviously, because people don't want to play defense. Learn how to play defense. So right here, once again, just depending on what side he sets it on. All right, he set on that side. I'm gonna do Curry behind the back, boom, off ball. You know what I mean? It's gonna every single time that they off ball, that's the first thing you should do. You should do that. And if that doesn't work, then call a pick and pop, and then get you a good angle, and then remember, like, look, now I'm gonna come down. Now I'm gonna call a pick and pop and rim run. Right, so I'm gonna call it pick and pop. And if the center's in the paint, I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna hit Yao now. Center's in the paint, dropping low. I know Yao's open. I hit Yao. Easy read. It's an easy read. And you'll verse people like that online because they'll have their stay attached off, and so the defense will look just like this. But usually in games, they'll have their stay attached on, and you can call a pick and pop, and you're gonna be wide open for a dunk every time because they're not gonna know how to adjust it. So, like I said, Hallie Hezzy. Hold on, let me do it again. It's like a timing thing. You gotta let it hang out too. Hallie Hezzy, boom, every single time. I'm telling you, they run into the screen every time. The AIs cannot guard it. All you can do is let the Halliburton Hezzy play out and do it behind the back. Once again, if you do not know how to do this, go look at my hand cam dribble tutorial and look at the past Myteam academies. I don't want y'all out here lost. And confused on how to do these dribble moves. Go look at the hand cam dribble tutorial and y'all can learn how to do all these moves. Every single one. But yeah, so that's how you beat off ball, and that's how you use screens effectively. All right, that's gonna do it for episode 4 of Myteam Academy. I hope that helps you all. If y'all have any questions whatsoever, if there's anything y'all confused on, want me to show y'all better, I'll do like most I can to try to help y'all get better and explain to y'all. I mean, so I try to explain as good as I can. Next offensive one I do, I will have a hand cam. So y'all can see even more. But like I said, if y'all were confused, a good reason to that is probably because y'all haven't tapped into the previous Myteam academies. So go ahead, tap into them, and then if y'all still have a question, then come back, ask the questions, let me know like where y'all are confused at, and then I can try to help y'all. But like I said, that's it for the video. If y'all like the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I also have a defensive one coming tomorrow. So I heard a lot of people say they want defense. And that's going to be me just teaching y'all everything about defense. How to play comp defense, how to get over screens, how to do everything. I'm going to be teaching you all that. So yeah, if y'all like the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all boys in the next one.